Okay, Assalamualaikum. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. So this video is we are continue to our topic, which is we are talking about the excretions. All right. In the previous lecture, you already learned about the homeostasis is the main topic, and you already learned about the process. Okay, to maintain the environment. Okay, to have the constant environment in the body, which is the thermoregulations and also the osmoregulations. So this is the excretion. The excretions is also one of the process to maintain the constant of environment in the body. So what is the excretions? So the excretions is the removal of nitrogenous waste from the body. Okay, the removal of the nitrogenous waste. Okay, previously I mentioned about the urea. Okay, the example of the waste. So today we are in this topic, in this video, we are studying in details what is the nitrogenous waste that the body are removed. Okay, so the kidney, the fish nitrogenous waste. So the type and quantity of animal waste products may greatly affect its water balance. Okay, so either they have the larger waste or they have the higher concentrations or the small waste or the lesser concentrations is actually affect its water balance. All right. And among the most significant ways are the nitrogenous breakdown and the products of protein and nucleic acid. And fish typically produce toxic ammonia, the fish, alright? And the abundance of water to dilute toxic materials. So what is actually the nitrogenous breakdown? Okay, later on we will see what is that. Okay, so this is the nitrogenous breakdown. So both the proteins and the nucleic acid, they are break down into the amino groups. Alright, so this is the nitrogenous waste. So the proteins, they will break down into the amino acids, and lastly they will produce the NH2, the nitrogenous waste. The same goes to the nucleic acid. They will break down into the nitrogenous bases. Then the last product is the amino acid group. Okay, what is that? So most aquatic animals, including the most bony fish, the end product of the nitrogenous waste, okay, is the ammonia. They are producing the ammonia, or they are excreting the waste in the form of ammonia. While the mammals and most amphibians, sharks, and some bony fish, they are excreting the nitrogenous waste in the form of urea. Okay, while the many reptiles, including the birds, insects, and land snails, they are excreting, or they are removal the waste in the form of uric acid. Alright. So we, as a human, we are excreting the nitrogenous waste in the form of urea. So how these waste products are excreted depends on how much water an organism needs to maintain the homeostasis. So this product depends on how much actually the organism's body needs in order to maintain the homeostasis. Alright. So this is dependent on their habitat. Dependent on their habitat. The fish are living in the water, like mammals, and so the reptile, they are living in the terrestrial. Either they easily can get the water or not. It depends. Alright. So form of nitrogenous waste, the ammonia, the first form of waste. The ammonia is a very water soluble, very water soluble and toxic. Generally only produced in aquatic animals. Why? Because the water loss is not a problem, because they are living in the water. And the second form of nitrogenous waste is the uric acid. So the animals, this uric acid requires more energy to produce. Okay, the organism that excrete the nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid, they require more energy. And the uric acid is insoluble in water, and can be excreted as a paste, okay, or crystal, okay, the uric acid, and this uric acid are produced by birds and reptiles and can be stored in eggs, okay. So for the third forms of nitrogenous waste is the urea. So the urea are produced in liver of most vertebrate by combining the ammonia with the carbon oxide. And these are require energy, but urea is less toxic compared to the ammonia. So the ammonia, okay, animals that excrete the nitrogenous waste as ammonia needs a lot of water, okay. So they live in an environment where the water is abundant, all right, because they are depending on the environment, all right. So they release the ammonia across the whole body surface, one process, or through the gills. If the organism don't have the gills, so they are releasing or they are excreted the ammonia through the body surface. If the animals have both, they are releasing the ammonia using both, all right. Okay, uric acid. This animal that excrete the uric acid have critical problem with getting water sometime in their lifetime. This included the insects, land snails, and many reptiles, including the birds. Okay, many of these organisms they are mainly excrete the uric acid, and the uric acid is largely insoluble. Okay, they are different with the ammonia; they are soluble in the water, but the uric acid is largely insoluble in the water and can be secreted as a paste with little water loss. Okay, so why do you think that the reptiles and birds, they are releasing the uric acid compared to the ammonia? Okay, why do you think? Okay, this is because the birds and also the reptiles, they are share the same whole, okay, of their reproductive, excretory, and digestive waste. Okay, in the other words, they only use the same hole for pee. They also use the same hole for poop and also eggs. So this means that their eggs were exposed to their nitrogenous waste products. This is why they are releasing not the ammonia, but they are releasing the uric acid. Okay. And the reptiles and also the birds that evolved to release the ammonia probably contaminated the eggs, since the shell of the eggs of their eggs are permeable to ammonia. And okay. So the reptiles or the birds that evolved to excrete the uric acid, okay, they are not secreting the nitrogenous waste in the form of ammonia. They are secreting in the form of uric acid. So did not contaminate the eggs. Non-contaminated eggs mean that the eggs are healthy, viable of offspring, which will survive and reproduce. So this is why many of the reptiles and birds, they are secreting their nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid. Okay, so this is the third forms of nitrogenous waste, which is the urea. So animals that produce urea have a limited source of water, and the liver of mammals and most other amphibians converts the ammonia to less toxic urea. And the excretory system carries urea to the kidney. Okay, they are carries the urea through the kidneys, where the urea will be excreted. So in the next topic, we will study about the excretory systems. Okay, so this is the examples. Okay, the conclusions of the animals. Okay, uh, sekejap, Hafiz, sekejap. Keluar dulu saya. Thank you. Okay, for example, in here, the freshwater fish, they are live in water less concentrated than the body fluids. Okay, so this fish tends to gain water and lose salt. Okay, so they are as you can see from this figure, they are gaining the water. They are getting the water, and also they are also take in the salt. Okay, but they are also lost in salt. Okay, and the urine concentrations, they have a large volume of urine, and the urine is less concentrated than the body fluids. So this is the freshwater fish. How about the marine bony fish? So they also live in water, but have more concentrated than the body fluids. So the fish tends to lose the water. So they are opposite to the freshwater fish just now, and they are gaining the salt. They are take in the salt, and also they are lose the water. So they have the small volume of urine, only a small volume compared to the fresh water, and the urine is slightly less concentrated than the body fluids. Alright. Then we have the urine productions in 4 easy steps. Okay, the mammalian kidney. Okay, so we have 4 easy steps in the urine production, which is the first one is the filtrations. The second one is the reabsorption. This one through. And the third step is the secretions, and the last step of urine production is the excretion. So for the filtrations, as you can see from this figure, so they have a pressure and filtering of the body fluid. So they filter the body fluid in the filtration steps. So in here, they are removal of water and solutes, and also they are remaining the cells, protein, and large particles. Okay, they are only remove the water and solutes. Well, then they will go to the second step, which is the reabsorption. So in this step, they will reclaim back the valuable substance from the filtrate. Okay, see, they will reclaim back, okay, to the capillary of the blood, and also they will absorb the glucose, vitamin, and hormones. Then after that, they will go to the third steps, which is the secretions. So in here, they will add other substances such as toxin and excess ion to the filtrate. Okay, they are add on to the filtrate, the toxin and the excess ion. So the filtrate, okay, in the filtrate, the filtering flow, they will go into the last step, which is the excretion in here. So in here, in this step, they will alter the filtrate containing nitrogenous waste, leave the body. Okay, the last product, they will leave the body. Alright. So the characteristic of urine, the kidney can produce a hypertonic urine when it is necessary, and also can excrete a hypotonic urine. And the water and salt reabsorptions are subject to nervous and hormonal control. Alright. So that's all for today's topic. We are covered the two process of homeostasis, which is the osmoregulations and also the excretions. So I think that's all for our topic for today. I'll see you next week. All right. Thank you very much, guys. See you.